You finally sit down in your backyard with a coffee, and there's your neighbor, 10 feet away, doing the exact same thing. That's not privacy. Every fix online costs thousands. Cedar walls, custom screens, a landscaping crew. None of that fits a normal budget. Here are 10 ways to fix it, and the last one changes everything. Let's start with number 10. A fence and privacy are not the same thing, and a lot of homeowners find that out the hard way. Picket, chain link, even budget vinyl mark a boundary, not a view. You can still see straight into the neighbor's kitchen, and they into yours. You don't need to tear any of it out, though. Layer something onto what you already have. Bamboo rolls or lattice panels attach right onto an existing fence with zip ties or a few screws. And by the afternoon, you've gone from see-through to private. A 20-foot run costs $80 to $200. Spring for the tighter weave. Thin stuff sags and gaps by the end of summer. A lot of cities cap fences at 6 feet, which is why lattice toppers exist. They add height and privacy without technically making the fence taller. Paint the fence charcoal first if you want it to look designed instead of patched on. Dark backgrounds make plants pop, and it's the cheapest upgrade on this whole list. But what about renters, or anyone who doesn't want to touch the fence at all? Before shot of a plain picket fence with the neighboring house clearly visible behind it. Time lapse of someone attaching bamboo rolls with a drill, zip ties being pulled tight in close-up. Wide after shot from the same angle, privacy now fully blocked. Cut to a family eating dinner on the patio with a new screen behind them. Number 9. I've walked past backyards where the owner tried to screen every angle, and every one of them looked exhausted by the effort. Full privacy from all sides turns into a fortress-sized project fast, in cost and in labor. You're only ever sitting in one part of that yard anyway. Pick a corner, tuck a seating area against an existing wall or fence line, lay pavers or gravel, and screen 1 or 2 sides instead of 4. A small paver patio with a couple privacy panels runs $150 to $400. A weekend job with a rubber mallet and some patience. Corners only need partial screening. The middle of the yard needs a wall around the whole thing, which is where most of your budget disappears. One tall potted plant near the entrance makes it feel like you're walking into a room instead of standing in open yard. It's the same trick hotels use to separate a lounge from the pool deck, and it costs about $30. Number 8. Plants feel like the cheapest privacy fix, right up until you're still waiting on them 3 years later. A single row of hedges can take 3 or 4 years to fill in, and losing one plant means a gap you'll see through for another season. Layer it instead. Something short in front, mid-height in the middle, tall in back. 3 different plants instead of one repeated shrub, and the eye fills the space almost immediately. Buy small starter plants, not mature ones. Mature plants cost 3 or 4 times as much and don't establish any faster once they're in the ground. A layered bed runs $100 to $300. One thing worth knowing, a staggered zigzag pattern reads as fuller than a straight row planted with twice as many shrubs, because your eye fills in the gaps between staggered plants. A straight line just shows you the gaps. None of that helps with a second-story window looking down into your yard, though. Number 7. Get a quote for a full pergola with a solid roof, and you'll see why so many people just give up and live with the upstairs window problem. You don't need the whole thing covered. Build a simple open frame with basic lumber, and add shade cloth or lattice across only the section where that sightline comes from. You're blocking one angle, not the whole sky. A small DIY frame with partial covering runs $250 to $600. A solid weekend project if you've handled a drill before. Covering the entire top is the trap. It blocks all the sunlight and the space feels boxed in. Partial coverage stays open and airy while still killing the one view that bothered you. Wrap the base posts in stained trim, or run string lights along the beams, and the frame becomes the feature people notice first, not an afterthought bolted to a fence. If lumber sounds like too much, There's a version of this with basically zero construction. Number 6. Old shutters, salvaged fence panels, broken window frames, even pallets. All of it becomes a privacy screen with a coat of paint. Most shows up free on local marketplace listings or curbside on trash day, since people just want it gone. The whole project can run $0 to $80, mostly for paint and a few screws. Mismatched pieces installed as is look like a pile of junk, not a design choice. Paint everything the same color first, and it reads as one intentional screen. Add a fast-growing vine, and after one full season, nobody can tell it used to be someone's old shutters sitting on a curb. The visual screen is solved. None of this does much once the sun goes down, though. Number 5. Ground level beds don't block much. Most plants only cover you up to the knee, which doesn't help unless your neighbors happen to be lying down. Raised planters fix that. Build boxes 2 to 3 feet tall out of cedar or stacked block. Line them along the patio edge and fill them with tall grasses. A wall and a garden bed at once for $150 to $350. Skip bagged soil for the bottom 2/3 of each box. Old soil, cardboard, wood chips, whatever's sitting around works fine down there. Save the good soil for the top layer where roots grow. Stain every box the same color and space them evenly. That's the whole difference between a DIY project and a designed feature. If you want something you can do today, in an hour, keep watching. Number 4. If you rent or just don't want to build anything permanent, this list has probably felt out of reach. That's the most common complaint I hear. Outdoor curtain panels fix it. Hang them from a tension rod or a wire strung between 2 posts. No tools beyond a drill for the mounting hardware, and pull them closed on whichever side faces a window you don't want looking in. 2 to 4 panels with hardware runs $40 to $120. Skip indoor curtains. They mildew outside within a season. Outdoor rated fabric costs a little more, but survives sun and rain. Pick one solid color instead of a pattern, something like a soft white or a deep olive. It disappears into whatever plants you already have and holds up better in photos too. 0 permanent changes, nothing to undo when you move out. There's a layout trick that works even better, and it costs nothing at all. Number 3. Picture your yard from above. If it's a rectangle, there's a straight sight line running from your back door to the property line. Nothing interrupting it. That's why it feels exposed. Stop lining up furniture and planters in rows. Stagger them in a zigzag path instead, so each piece blocks part of the next sight line. Free if you're rearranging what you own. Maybe $50 for an extra planter or 2. Skip lining every privacy piece along the very back of the property. Spread them through the yard at different points instead. More angles blocked, less like a barrier. Use odd numbers, 3 planters instead of 2 or 4. Small detail, but odd numbers read as more natural to the eye than an even row. Costs nothing, since it's just about where you set things down. None of this matters much once the sun goes down, and that's a problem almost nobody plans for. Number 2. Nighttime privacy is the one thing almost every backyard guide skips, even though summer evenings are when people use their yard the most. A bright, uncovered patio light at night makes you more visible, not less. It lights you up like a stage while the rest of the yard stays black. Switch to warm, low lighting instead. Path lights along the ground, string lights at seating height, small lanterns near the edges. Solar versions need 0 wiring. Just push them into the dirt. A basic set runs $30 to $90, installed in under 20 minutes. One strong porch light throws harsh shadows and pulls attention straight to you. A handful of small, low lights does the opposite, pulling the eye down and inward toward your space instead of the yards around you. Get warm white bulbs, not the cool blue toned ones. Same exact setup, but warm light feels intimate and cool light feels like a parking lot. And most people never notice that's the only thing separating the 2 looks. One idea left, and it's the reason some of these tricks work so much better together than alone. Number 1. What separates a private backyard from one that just has a fence isn't the fence. It's 3 layers stacked together. Something at ground level, like a planter or low screen. Something at eye level, like a fence extension or curtain. And something overhead, like a pergola beam or a tree branch. Almost every backyard that still feels exposed is only missing one of those 3. An expensive fence that still feels open, has no ground layer and no overhead layer, just eye level doing all the work alone. Tall trees that still feel exposed when you sit down means nothing at knee height blocks the view once you're not standing. Stack all 3, even using the cheapest version of each, and the whole space feels enclosed. Finished. Done. That's the difference between a yard that looks unplanned and one that looks designed, and it can happen for under $300 total. Most backyard budgets go entirely into one layer, usually the tallest fence a homeowner can afford, while the other 2 sit empty. Split that same money across all 3 instead, even a little each, and it outperforms maxing out one. Walk your own yard right now and name the layer you're missing: ground, eye level, or overhead. Fix that one first. Most people spend thousands trying to build a taller backyard. The better looking ones just build smarter. Once you start thinking in layers instead of height, everything changes. None of this took a landscaping crew or a 5-figure budget. Just a few small things, layered in the right places at the right height. If you had $300 to spend this weekend, which one would you start with? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what your backyard needs most. And subscribe if you want more of these. B-roll. Fast montage cutting through all 10 finished projects, ending on the widest reveal shot of the fully transformed backyard at dusk. Text overlay. What would you start with? Subscribe animation in the corner as the final shot holds.